A is for admission. The preeminent look inside the college entrance process has been revised, updated, and re-released to mark the 10th anniversary of its original groundbreaking publication. Even before Dr. Michele Hernandez's book hit the shelves, it was a sensation. Ivy League universities, those temples of learning and rarefied power, were never accustomed to having their business laid bare or acting from a defensive crouch. From Hanover to Harvard, they held their breath.
When I worked in the Dartmouth admissions office as an assistant director of admissions, I often felt I was asked to lie to the public in my public information sessions, and I realized that we were not supposed to be a secret agency, and this was a public admissions office, yet we were required to suppress a lot of secret information, like the use of the academic index. I realized that admissions should be open and transparent, and if the public knew how the process worked, they could be armed with that information and use that to their best advantage.
Then came the release of A is for Admission, and Hernandez was everywhere. From the New York Times to the Washington Post, from CNBC to the Today Show.
Michele Hernandez is a college admissions counselor and a former admissions officer at Dartmouth College. Michele, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I have a senior in high school, and this is the kind of stuff that makes me a nervous wreck because we are told repeatedly it is so competitive right now for kids. How many colleges should a kid apply to? Well, realistically,
that depends because a lot of, for the schools that still have early decision and early action, if you're lucky, you can only apply to one college, and that's what I would recommend, at least at the beginning.
As Hernandez, also a Dartmouth alumna, worked at her alma mater, she kept detailed notes. Her secret journal would be the basis for this influential book.
The summer before the release of the book's first edition, admissions officers, I think, were a little bit panicked that someone was blowing the lid off all the secrets of Ivy League admissions and revealing all their secrets. There was a lot of anticipation and build-up and publicity surrounding the initial publication. I really feel that when the book was published later that fall, admissions officers heaved a collective sigh of relief because they realized that this should be open and transparent information, and there was no reason for this process to be secretive and mysterious.
Admissions into the Ivy League, once an old boys network, had become a system that could be gained. Only few knew how. But now, thanks to Hernandez, they do. And subsequently, the process has become more open and fair.
For the 10th year anniversary edition of A is for Admission, I had to rewrite almost half of the book to keep it current. There have been a lot of changes in college admissions, everything from SAT requirements to college board reporting, minority recruiting, athletic recruiting. Since the book has been used as a reference book by guidance counselors across the country and has been a best-selling book, I felt it was important to revise and update the book to reflect the new competitive landscape of college admissions.
Meanwhile, Hernandez left Dartmouth, and the one-time single mother on unemployment became the world's go-to college counselor. Who knew better how the system worked?
I'm president and founder of Hernandez College Consulting and Application Bootcamp, and I work with clients around the globe from as far away as New Zealand and China to all over the United States. Since my background was in teaching, I love working with kids and their families, and I work around the clock to make sure that I push my students to achieve to the best of their ability so they have as many choices as possible in the college admissions process. Of course, I can't create a talent from scratch, but I can help students stand out in this super competitive process and make sure they push themselves always to go above and beyond so they end up in their top choice college.